Hey guys, YouTuber 100 here. Okay, and here I just wanted to make a video to talk about a rivalry that some people have said it could possibly be WWE's worst storyline of all time. And that is, of course, the Big Show versus Big Boss Man rivalry from 1999. So, yeah, a lot of people really have just hated on this feud so much and has just said that this feud was absolutely horrible. And yes, it was. This was a horrible feud. Lundrick has even said that he feels that this was his pick for the worst WWE storyline of all time. And yeah, I can definitely see why. I mean, it's definitely up there. I mean, yeah, I mean, WWE has definitely had a lot of really dumb and terrible storylines over the years. And yeah, it's not just like today. Like, they've had this all the time. Like, they've had terrible storylines throughout all, like, everywhere throughout their history. I mean, it's happened like in the 90s, happened in the 2000s. I mean, yeah, WWE has just had a load of bad rivalries. And yeah, they've just had a bunch of horrible storylines. And this one is quite possibly the worst. Yeah, because, I mean, yeah, a lot of people. Lundrick has said that he was kind of like a really offended with this storyline, just really disgusted with it, and he felt that this was disgraceful because if you remember this storyline, this was like all set around like the death of the Big Show's father dying of cancer. And after it was announced, like on Raw, the Big Boss Man like was reciting a poem that he wrote that was kind of really like disrespecting the Big Show's father and stuff. And yeah, as somebody who has lost a family member of cancer, yeah, I know that cancer is really not something to joke about. I mean, yeah, cancer is like really serious, and joking about that is just like it's wrong. Joking about cancer is just wrong, and it's low, and yeah, it's just really messed up. Yeah, but yeah, this storyline it was pretty bad, but yeah, of course it did give us like something a real funny segment, and it did have when like the Big Boss Man like crashed the Big Show's father's funeral. And yeah, that segment was actually like pretty funny. I mean, you had like Big Boss Man driving up in like a car with a speaker on it, and yeah, Big Show was like trying to say words on his father's behalf, and then Big Boss Man arrived in that car, and yeah, Big Boss Man was once again like still like kind of disrespecting Big Show's father, and he was even like commenting at Big Show's mother. He was like he was like asking the Big Show's mother that now that she's a single woman, if she would like to go out with him. Yeah. And then Big Show, for some reason, actually got up on Big Boss Man's car, which was a really stupid move. Big Boss Man got back into his car, and Big Show actually got on top of it. I mean, yeah, that was a pretty stupid move right there. And, you know, of course, like, Big Boss Man just ended up running right through Big Show. Yeah. And then the Big Boss Man then just chained up the casket and just drove off with it. Yeah, it was kind of funny with like Big Show like just trying to get on top of the casket as Big Boss Man was dragging it away. I mean, yeah, that segment was actually pretty funny. I mean, they were like laughing about this segment like on the SmackDown 10th Anniversary DVD and on the WWE OMG Moments DVD. So yeah, people really seem to think that that segment was funny. But this doesn't take away that the storyline itself was pretty stupid. And then yeah, it was like really bad. And then yeah, we had like it led up to Survivor Series. For some reason, they had it be a Survivor Series elimination match. It was supposed to be like the Big Boss Man and his team with Albert, Viscera, and Midian against Big Show's team, which was like Big Show along with Kai and Tai and the Blue Meanie, just what was with these teams? I mean, it just really didn't make any sense. And the teams were just so random, I don't see why they couldn't have just had it be Big Show versus the Big Boss Man at Survivor Series that year. But then, yeah, Big Show ended up like laying out his entire team, and so Big Show worked this match alone, just to have Big Show bury the entire team in less than 90 seconds. And then just the Big Boss Man ended up bailing and just not even getting in the ring with Big Show at all, and just like basically getting himself counted out. Yeah, so yeah, that was a pretty stupid thing right there. And yeah, it just really didn't help the storyline at all. And then, of course, like later on in the night, Big Show filled in for the injured Stone Cold in the triple threat match for the WWF title. And then Big Show ended up winning the championship, which gave him like, this was totally pointless. And yeah, Big Show's title reign there was like pretty bad too. Yeah. And then the next night on Raw, then the Big Boss Man won a number one contenders match to be to challenge Big Show for the championship at Armageddon. And then, yeah, the Big Boss Man just continued to kind of just like insult Big Show's father and stuff. And there was like that segment where Big Boss Man was like with Big Show's mother and stuff. Just, oh man, it was terrible. And then we had the match at Armageddon, which was a horrible, horrible championship match. I mean, Lundrick has said that he feels that this is the worst pay-per-view title match ever, and yeah, it could really quite possibly be that. I mean, this was just a terrible title match, and it was only 3 minutes, and what was the Big Boss Man even doing challenging for the WWF title? I mean, seriously, Big Show wasn't even that over as the WWF champion then, and the Big Boss Man was even less over than Big Show was. I mean, then this was your WWF title match on a pay-per-view. Just, oh my gosh. And just for the match to last 3 minutes, oh man, this was horrible. So, and yeah, this storyline was just like really, really, really terrible. And yeah, I mean, yeah, like I've said before, there have been like really dumb and terrible storylines in WWE also, but yeah, this one could quite possibly be the worst of all time. Just an absolutely terrible rivalry, a terrible storyline, and yeah, a real controversial thing with like the Big Boss Man making fun of cancer and stuff. Just, oh man. Yeah, this was like a pretty low storyline and a really low thing to really joke about, to be honest. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I definitely see why people do hate this rivalry, and yeah, and then this storyline just, oh, really bad. Yeah, but yeah, at least like it did give us one funny thing with Big Boss Man crashing the funeral. Yeah, I'll put that video in the description if you want to see it for yourself with the Big Boss Man crashing the Big Show's father's funeral. Yeah, I mean, it is a funny segment, but yeah, still, storyline itself, dumb, dumb, dumb. So, yeah, really bad storyline. So, yeah, you can like let me know how you feel about this storyline in the comment section. And just tell me if you feel that this is WWE's worst storyline of all time, because yeah, I would definitely see why people would feel that way. Alright, so yeah, I guess that's all I really have to say about that. Alright, but before I end this video, now with May finally approaching, as you all know, each and every year for May, I do something special for the entire month. And so, yeah, I guess, yeah, so, yeah, I'll just announce what I'm going to be doing this year for the month of May. So, well, for the month of May this year, I was thinking of what I wanted to do, and I was thinking about a franchise that is like really, really big and just probably one of the biggest franchises of all time. So, yeah. And I was thinking of biggest franchise, and something that came to my mind was Star Trek. Because, yeah, I mean, Star Trek is like one of the biggest franchises of all time, and it has like one of the biggest fan bases of all time. I mean, Star Trek is just like a really big and popular franchise, and yeah, just about everybody is familiar with Star Trek. And what is there to say about Star Trek? And so I figure for the month of May, what I've decided to do is I'm going to take a look at all of the Star Trek movies, and I'm going to review each and every Star Trek movie. So, because yeah, the Star Trek movies really do kind of have a following, and yeah, something that has really like been noticed about this is that yeah, the Nostalgia Critic mentioned this when he during his Star Trek month in January 2012. It was like the odd number Star Trek films were the ones that really like don't do very good most of the time and really do kind of like piss off a lot of people, while the even numbered movies really do seem to do really well, and people do consider those to be really the best ones. And so yeah, and yeah, that's what you're and yeah, I was just talking about Nostalgia Critic, so some of you may be thinking that I'm like copying Nostalgia Critic by doing this, but when he did his Star Trek month, he just reviewed the odd numbered Star Trek films. But me, I'm going to review all of the Star Trek films, and I'm not just talking about like of the original Star Trek movies. I'm talking about actually every Star Trek movie that's ever been made. So yeah, the original movies, the Next Generation movies, and the three remake movies. Yeah, I'm going to be reviewing absolutely all of the Star Trek films in history. So yeah, I haven't watched like every Star Trek film in history as I'm recording this, but yeah, through for the month of May, I am going to watch all of them, and yeah, once the month ends, I'll be able to say I've seen every Star Trek film in history. Alright, so yeah, that's what I'll be doing for the month of May. I'll be reviewing all the Star Trek films in history, so stay tuned. The month of May, this month, will be Star Trek movie month. Alright, so yeah, stay tuned for reviews of the Star Trek movies coming up for the month of May. And yeah, yeah, like I said before, yeah, you guys can let me know how you felt about the Big Show, Big Boss Man rivalry. And yeah, let me know if you think that if this is the worst storyline of all time in WWE history. Because yeah, really bad storyline. Alright, so yeah, that's all I really have to say about this. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. So yeah, thanks for watching. And stay tuned for the month of May for the Star Trek movie reviews. Alright, so yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.